Hello and welcome back. I'm Joe, and this is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Season 4. Last time we finished this mega city that still needs an appropriate name. I don't know what yet. Maybe Strakarov. Maybe that's a thing that we're going to stick around with. But look at my numbers. Losing people. My village is failing. Well, well. So I let this run for a little while. As you can see, a couple houses are done. The shopping center is done. Kindergarten is done. Sport is done. Honestly, all of this means is that we could have people moving in here already, and it would be fine. And I'm inclined to do that. So this is what's happening. All of these people, all of these citizens are very unhappy, I guess. Go to the overview and see what's happening. Happiness, not good. I didn't pay super close attention to what was going on here, but I think one of the problems was we were out of food. And out of food made everyone really unhappy, and overall just, I mean, look at this. We already don't supply electronics unless you take a bus to the city. And just overall a couple other things. Happiness is increasing now, but 7% here. We lost about 800 people. We're still losing people because they're not happy. So this village, after I added these 2 extra barracks, is really not doing well. That is almost adding 250 people. I can see that that's maybe a lot, but it didn't feel like a huge problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of these, because for some reason it happened after I added those, so I don't want them anymore. Secondary, do we really need this this village? It was a point in time where we wanted to make sure that everything over here can be built, and as you can see, we're making really good progress on that. Lovely, actually. But no, I don't think we need it. This city has to be built for sure, but I would like to have people moving into that city as well. And to do that, we simply need this guy done. We just need the heating done. We have everything else ready to go. So yeah, once heating is ready, we can have people move in here. We still need power, so hey, may as well do that. And then I'm actually going to do what I said, which was, let's not... Did I add power here anywhere? I added these heat exchangers that don't have a that don't have a supply yet. Not supply, but that don't have a way to get what they need yet, but that's okay. How about right here? Feels like a pretty solid spot. Let's put you on gravel road instead. You're covering a lot. I'm not sure that you're going to be able to handle all of this, but I'll give you the benefit of a doubt and just get started here and tell my number 2 to get started on that road. As you can see, there's a lot of construction happening. I have started this guy. I would like to get started on all of the rail, but as you can see, that's not a thing. I don't remember, but I don't remember if you saw that, but I had to add a road electric connection up here as well, because without that, our tram network is just not going to work. And that will be very tragic, I believe. So, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. This can get started. Let's get some pipes in here so we can actually get things moving and then use Construction Office 1 to get more things done here. But as you can see, a lot of equipment is just parked here, not doing anything, so I think we will be just fine. Now, I do know for sure that this distance may be just the right length. How long is this? 1,000 meters. I think a pipe can reach that far, but I don't have to have it reach that far. What I actually want to do is put a couple pumps out here. Yeah, let's level this out a little bit, make this look a little more interesting. Make this a service road. I like service roads. Service roads should be gravel all the time because that's just cool. And connect the underground pumps over here somehow. I don't know where I want them yet even. Heating pump station. Small heat exchanger. Heating pump station. Small heat exchanger. Let's see if we have a cooler or nicer looking one. I really don't know. These are all just overpasses. This one is actually quite nice. Could I use this? Could I actually actively use this, that this is going to be useful? I would really like that, because this... Ooh. Is this my new favorite heating pump? Or heat pump? Yes, it is. Why is that my favorite? Because all the heat pumps that we normally have, only have 2 ins and 2 outs, and that's it. I'm going to give you a little more extra room. 2 ins and 2 outs, and that's it. I'm going to make... This is what we're going to do. 2 ins and 2 outs. Okay, stop being distracted by yourself, people, Joe. Thank you. 2 ins and 2 outs, but our heating plant over here can actually supply up to 3 large pipes and 1 small pipe. That's just the capacity that it has. So having 1 heat exchanger here means we can run 3 pipes in and 3 pipes out, and that should work really great. Now, it is a mod. There's a chance it doesn't work, but hey, one of you used this at some point, so I may as well use it at this point and see what happens. We will use underground pipes, don't you worry. But for right now, we won't. On 2 to go up, we're just going to go the relatively most direct route that we can get there. Right there, up here, connect in there, and yeah, I was pretty sure this length was going to work. I'm okay with that little kink. I am actually very okay with that. And this one, because we can now snap it to the pipes. And the one thing that I hope that we don't have a problem with is actually being able to construct these pipe pieces in a not realistic. Let's not go with realistic because that's just a problem waiting to happen. But I would like it to be as practical as possible. Let's go with that word. Okay, I only want to build one of these pipes for now. Oh, wow, actually just one piece. That's perfect. This one needs to be built no matter what. And then we need the first one to connect all the way out here. And these heat exchangers, as far as I understand, let's look at this. What is your heat tank capacity? Water tank is 300 cubic meter. I really don't know if this is going to work. I hope this is going to work. This one is 300 cubic meters. Here's the thing. If this doesn't work, we should be able to see that by the second heat exchanger that we connect, and we will just correct it then. But for right now, let's get the underground heating pipe. I want this one. 1, 2, Q, just to go low enough that we don't have any weird issues down the road, and then building in the way. 1, 2. Thank you. No building in the way. Beautiful. Build that one, and that should get us at least the heat that we need for the winter that's coming. Now, what I should do here is get rid of some of the construction because I definitely want the roads to get done, but I don't need everything to get done everywhere. So just taking some of these pieces out should help us, and that's, I think, a kindergarten, should help us make this area more ready for right now, and life should be a little better. So that looks good. This guy is kind of working. Do I want to assign it to number 2 as well? No, I really don't. I want number 2 to get everything else done. Ooh, I love this train. That's one of my favorite trains in the game. In probably every game that I play. Are we any better with happiness here? Nope, we're not. Only 4,100 people. That's the problem. I don't have enough workers to spare to be able to afford losing workers. It's as simple as that. So that's a big problem. Anyways. High voltage transformer right here. Where is one? There's one connected on this side that we could use. And I don't see a reason why we can't, hopefully, connect this somewhere over here. Yeah, I would like this to be more like a utility place. And maybe, if we're lucky, actually going underneath that, it's beautiful. If we're lucky, we can just connect it this way. I will wait until that gravel road is done before I connect that guy, because there's no reason to connect it beforehand. And this one, I may actually use underground wires as well, but not for getting the power here. So you can go out there, and then you just follow the high voltage wires that we already have. You're not making this easy though, are you? Don't really want to run you over the mountain, so let's hope this kind of. There you go. There you go. I'm fine with that. And then you just go in here, and that's our connection. That should be fine. And then we just need to get the... Oh yeah, that's the other big one. I almost forgot about that. Now we just need the underground wires. And 1.45, is that the biggest? I really never use these. 1.45 versus 2.35. Nope. This is almost twice the capacity, and the substation itself has a capacity of 2.5, I believe. So if we reduce that, we have a much bigger problem down the road, I think. So I don't want to get into that. This actually is just fine. It's only barely touching the building, so it's probably close to according to code. Just a guess. Is it touching the building? Judge? Line judge? Sorry building. Nope, it's not touching the building. It's totally safe. No, of course it's not. Is there a better way that I could arrange that going that way? Just take it further away, but this one's also in the way. I could try to run it through here. I think I'm going to do that. Cancel those wires, get you over here. Thank you. And through here, and that looks probably a little more promising. I hope that made someone happy, because I did it for you. Cool. Yeah, I would like to have people moving in here pretty soon, especially before the next winter, but we have a little bit of time and already a lot of stuff completed, so it should work. And then we have a worker source over here for building the rest of the Republic, and we can probably make this village relatively empty. The only thing we have to make sure is that we have enough workers in our fire stations. That's always important. Anyways, what else do we need? Well, money, honestly. Our money is going down. Our city is not done. We're going to need a lot more steel to get completed here sooner rather than later. Why are you driving with one thing? Oh, because you're delivering to the smallest tiny warehouse over here. Which reminds me, we don't actually have a good way to bring, let's call it groceries, to bring goods to the city. Because the only warehouse we have here is a joke. So I have to fix that now. Where should that go? Wouldn't mind having something out here, but I would like that one to be accessible by all directions. Which means I probably want to get it connected here. And then, is it possible? Nope. Ooh. Ooh, that one's actually... That gets me a little curious. Where do I want my crossover? Do I want my crossover here? We have a really long station, so I think my crossover there makes me pretty happy. Make this a triple lane. That's two-way, but this will be one block. I will show you what I mean when that's done. And then you can just connect from here once I take that signal out. That looks good. Number 5, thank you. You come out here. That is not bad. So now we have some triple track in here, and that triple track is really only to allow really long trains to go by this warehouse. That's the word. Yeah. No, I knew exactly what I was talking about. This warehouse. Now, is there a warehouse that looks a little cooler that may have more than one rail connection on it? Yeah, but I think if we use that, it's just going to be in the way. We could also use a cargo station, but again, that's going to be in the way. Starting to question if I want this. I don't really want it on this side. I want it on the opposite side, and there's no good way to get this besides connect to a bridge up here, get rid of this bridge, and make it an embankment, or other things. Now, how long, realistically, do I need this rail piece to be? Not as long as it is, and I think if it connects somewhere right here, it's... Ooh, actually, there's one interesting location that I may be willing to overlook everything that I just said. And I'm really annoyed. This is turning with just the wheel, and now I'm turning with the control and the wheel. It's not making any difference. I can't make finer adjustments in this, so the only way to get around that is to make full turns, and then you sometimes get a better alignment, but no, I'm done with that now. Please. Thank you. There we go. I think at some point I did try this, and I know... I know that there was a connection that I could use. Now, if I can get you out here, then you're just going to be the... Oh, come on, F4. If I can get you out here, we can get a good supply line going just in this area, and that will make me happy. There we go. You... Oh, come on. It's not going to work. Not going to work that I need it the way that I need it to work. So instead, let's use the cargo station, which I'm going to use regardless. Why? Because I like the vanilla cargo station. They're fine. Is there a better one? Is there a prettier one that we can set up? For honestly, no. This looks boring. I like the vanilla cargo station. There's nothing really wrong with it. Let's connect you here. Looks good. Get that road in here. Make it a little smooth. Beautiful. Get you in there. Just some connection because there shouldn't be anything going to that warehouse. Get these roads all assigned. Get the rail. Oh, look at that. Like, just like I meant it. The rail assigned to this guy. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. It's just fighting me to fight me. Just rude. There you go. Come from that side. That's a little better. Yeah, that's just a big chunk of rail. But it's only going to be one block. There's going to be one signal here and one signal here, and nobody's going to be allowed to enter that, I hope. And if there's a problem, then we're going to fix it later on. But this looks fine. Let's get that assigned to our rail specialist so we can get food to our people when they need it. Yeah, you guys are a specialist. That's correct. There you are. Get this one and get these, please, as well. Very good. Okay, while they're doing that, this should all be being worked on as we speak. So, number 9, number 2, assign what you can out here to number 2. Don't assign those 2 pipes. We don't need them yet. They're not required in any way, shape, or form, so let's skip those. Why is this not done? You have workers here. You have everything here besides mechanisms. We have a lot of mechanisms sitting here, so I think we can just assign number 2 to this, and I hope that means you bring out that one. There's a crane. Already moving. There's another crane moving. There's another crane moving. Yeah, this is going to speed up really, really nicely. Perfect. Beautiful. I'm guessing this is also assigned to number 1, and that's why the cranes are all here, but that's not a real problem. So yeah, this is going to continue growing. What else should we do? Well, we have some time now on our hands. What do you do with time? Produce more. What can we produce? We need fields. We need crops. We need so many crops already. And I need a second food industry somewhere. This feels like a really good spot to have a food industry. Even over here, I have this rail station already kind of connected there. It's not perfectly connected. Is there no signal over here? There is no signal. Who authorized this? How is this just one long junction? It's just ridiculous. There you go. But yeah, we could easily have a food production over here as well, even on this side. Probably this side is easier because we have enough rail connections to make something work. But I need more crops. I don't want to import that many crops. I realize we are importing a lot of crops already. So we need to make something good work. Something just crossed my mind. I want a steel mill, and I want the steel setup over there. But we have iron sitting here on this mountain chain. Should I use that? Should I use that? Part of me says yes. But the other part of me says no, because look at our unemployment. So currently pretty much everyone in this city is already employed by something, by someone. It's a little surprising because it doesn't feel like we have that much going on over here. But they are employed, we are producing what we are producing. We don't have enough crops right now. Oh, this is actually grand. This is why the rail distribution office is so great. Because even though we have a little traffic jam at the border, we only have a few trains waiting here, and we're never going to have more trains than that sitting there. Our passenger train over here, our worker train, is actually working pretty well. I don't know where he is right now. Passenger train, where are you? There you are. See? It's working. It's doing stuff. And yeah, all the other trains are also working. This is a gravel train. This is the dedicated gravel train that actually does exactly what it needs to do. So all of this is really, really great. It's nothing to complain. Now, do I want to assign a special distribution office out here? Just use a smaller one that is just dedicated to all of this, or should I get a bigger one? I'm realizing something. I don't have meat being brought out here. Without meat, this whole thing is nonsense. Literally nonsense. It wouldn't make any sense. How did I forget meat? Sorry, I need you to not work on this anymore. That's a lot of wasted steel, because we will go to the other side now. This is not going to work. And it's simply not going to work because I need every city to be able to be delivered to by rail. simply because trucks, especially in the winter, will break apart. That's what happened in Season 3. Trucks were just not able to do what I need them to do, especially in the winter. Doesn't matter how many trucks I assign to them. At some point, they will just be behind, and they would cost a lot of fuel. So that's not going to happen. I need a full setup with a cargo station. Over here, maybe a nicer setup. Is there a food industry setup over here? No, if I run it at the capacity that I want to, then it will be way too far, way too close, so we can't really handle that. So if I want food, there's space up here. There's space up. I don't have a passenger connection on this side, but there's certainly enough space up here to build another industry and a bunch of other things that I haven't even thought of. But where do I put meat? Well, meat and food storage. Now you could say, well, there are these warehouses like this. No, not this one. There are warehouses that can hold or store meat and food and clothing and all the other stuff, like this one. Warehouse, meat, clothes, and all the other things. So, and it has a rail connection. Should I use this? Is this one appropriate for my needs? 325, 50 ton of alcohol, 50 ton of meat. Honestly, this is not a bad one. Is there a difference between these two? Oh, this one is rail. There's a rail sign in front of it. This one could be the winner. Do I have another one that I like that feels appropriate? Way too big. Don't need that big. Yeah. So, no. Instead of doing what I was doing, all I had to do was just replace, was just replace the warehouse with this guy, and then life is pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to put this a little closer because there was no actual need, one, to remove the rail that I just removed, and two, F4 please, thank you, and two, there we go. Wasn't sure what I was going to do there, but this should work. Yes, and right there. Cool. That's connected. That can do its thing. Let's reconnect the road again like we had it just a minute ago. That looks awful. That looks awful. That looks usable. Yes. No. Well, I'm saying something. Trying to justify that I removed all the rail and then didn't need to remove all the rail because we're in this situation now. I don't know how this looks for a cargo station. I also don't know if this is actually accessible by the distribution office. So I should probably look at that, but I could also just build a cargo station with it. Number 6. I'm on the wrong one. Where's my warehouse? Oh, my warehouse is here. You say you have how many parking spots? You have 4 loading and unloadings. I will assume that a distribution office can access you. So that's the next thing we're going to do. But we only need a relatively small distribution office. Let's see if we can find one that looks cool. Does not look cool. Oh, I would like something industrial. That's all I'm looking for. 10 tons of fuel. You are a little different. How many spots do you have? You have 8. That's more than appropriate, and you're relatively okay size. So I will allow you. Oh, come on. Build it a little bit in a in a valley there, didn't I? Make this a little smoother, and then say this is the connection that I want. You generally do want your distribution office close to your source because it reacts faster that way, and it's actually better at supplying all your stuff. And yeah, I like this just outside the city. That feels nice and just fine. Get that construction done. How we're doing over here? You're doing something. How about you start on this one as well, and then on that guy. Everything else, I would like you to get done. What is your problem, actually? Like, I let this run for a little while, through the winter, obviously, and things were going pretty well, but for some reason, kind of slowed down. I'm very happy that the TV tower is done. Look how tall this beast is. That's just great. But yeah, no, it's all doing its thing. I haven't connected any of these items over here at this point, just haven't had the desire. Let's go with that. But I like this little supply line house thingy. That should work pretty well. I think we need a fuel station in here somewhere too. Not sure where to put that yet, but we'll figure that out when I have to. Looks like our people running away or dying has stopped, so that is nice, but our happiness is relatively low, so that's not nice. Our heat is coming together. That is very nice. Fields. I need fields. Let's plan out some more fields. Fields, fields, fields. How many do we need? Would I? Heard that this thing is back. The optimized classic farm. It's a little bigger and has... Oh, you have fuel input? That is really not necessary, but it has... I like the old farm, how it looked, and I believe this one now has 30 spots for vehicles, which is the same size as the large farm. What do you cost? You cost a little more to build. I'm actually pretty happy with that number. Farm V2, what does this do? 300 tons of crops, 400 tons of crops. This one just feels... I just like the look of this. I don't think I need the fuel connections, but overall I like the look of that. So let's do something useful with those guys. I will probably make an exception for firefighters for the farms because they're just such a pain to get workers out here. And as you can see, the village doesn't actually work. So to get just fire protection out here, I would need to bring a whole village in, and I really don't want to do that. So how about we start just building in the corner and work our way down. Yeah, that sounds great, people, Joe. Let's do that. Small farm zone, medium field, no, 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 and big field, no. Just the normal big field. How many do we need? Well, we have technically 30 vehicles, but I'm not going to use every single spot that we have available, so let's just see how many we can fit that look nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to see how many I can actually fit that look acceptable. 1, 2, 3, probably? No, no. I like what Rever did a long time ago. He did this, just the setup like this, and that kind of actually worked out that way. Now there is a little bit of a problem with area here, as you can see, so I guess I can't do that. That's the other thing. Whenever I do my tests for the different layouts or the different best setups or anything like that, it's always, always, always if you have the optimal spacing for everything, which we obviously don't have here. So let's just work with what we are giving. What we have, we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, doesn't really matter. 18, 19. And then it's never a bad idea to have a medium field for all of your vehicles that, or for every vehicle that you're planning on, because I think a good harvester can do 1 medium field and 3 large fields in the span of a season. So what we have now, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, only 16. 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 fields divided by what? By 4? No. We need 2 more fields. We need 2 more large fields before that math even makes remote sense. Remote sense. 2 more large fields, and then we can have 6 harvesters, and we need 6 medium fields at that point. So what we need to do is push this out just a little bit more. Yeah, that's going to work. And then we did all the math. Just want that one. So we're at what, 16? No, we weren't. We were, now we're at 15, 16, 17, 18, right? We added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Great. Now I have 19. I could make 24, probably, because that's not a multiple of 6 anymore. If I want multiple of 7, that is 21, so we're at 19, so we add 2 more. Yeah, that's gonna work. Just add 2 more here. 1, 2, easy enough, pointing that way. That looks good. Then we could build the farm setup pretty central right here, and then we build 7 more medium fields out here, and then have some storage and other things, whatever we need. I like that. I actually like that a lot. Let's get this farm out here. Nice and centered. I'm semi-considering using just trucks in the farm. Would that work? Let's see. Seven harvesters, which probably means 7 tractors. We're at 14. We still have 16 spaces available. Yeah, there's no need for a distribution office here. And we could just use one large distribution office to collect everything if we have to. But looking at this, look at how much space it already took up. That took up this whole corner, and there's not a lot left out here that we can actually make use of. The only thing we could do... No, there's not a lot of room out here. There's just a big gap there. There's one more farm area here that we can use and one more here, and then we're done. No, that would still mean we could have one centralized collection thingy going on. So I think we should do that. Trying to figure out what a good place is for a silo for that reason. So may as well just put you here and get me a silo that's appropriately sized. 5,400. That doesn't feel terribly big or small. I would call this appropriately sized. Put this right behind the farm because that's how farms are built. No, I like it. I actually like it. And then go through here. I'm actually working on a guide that should help with figuring out what the minimum... what you can start with as a minimum without going too crazy on mods, but have useful mods. That one is just too small for the field to even count. So I don't know why I said that. Probably because some mods are really useful and absolutely use more of them, and some mods aren't. That one is a little bigger than the first one, so I'm okay with that. Cool. Now, someone has to build all of this. Luckily, most of this is going to be gravel road, or all of this, potentially, but someone still has to build all of this, and that's going to take a while. That's why we're also building this right now, but I'm hoping that by the time we're done planning here, that the mega city is taken on shape. At least that we can start having people move in, because that will be very necessary. Okay, that looks fine. This one can just get a regular dirt connection. Most of the fields can actually have dirt connections once we get there. But this should be okay. So, yeah, that's good. Now, we need 7... Good, where are you? There you go. 7 medium fields, so the tractors have enough to do. And it's a really good idea to have the medium fields relatively close to your farm. So, why don't we do this? 1, 2, 3, 4... Not quite gonna work. 1, 2, and then this one will just take up too much space in other ways. So how about we do this? Put one there, put one here, take this one out. Because in the end, I know that they're not going to be able to complete all of that, but I can get a cargo station in here because the cargo station speeds up the loading process just a tiny bit for the distribution office. And I think I want the cargo station to come out this way, so let's mirror you right here, and there we go. And this will be a nice gravel connection once we get there. That looks good. That looks very good. Should you use gravel roads for all of your farms? Yes, at least gravel road, because your tractors and your harvesters will always go relatively slow, but your trucks that actually bring the stuff to wherever it needs to go, they want to go fast, and they have to go fast. If they go slow, you're not going to get your... It's the biggest reason why you're not going to be able to complete your harvest. So allow your trucks to drive really, really fast. Now we have some space here. We could add some extra fields there. But I think we're better off if we just allow another farm to be somewhere in this area and build that out from there. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I would like to assign that to something, but I'm scared that we're going to take away from the construction that we need. Is nobody working on this? There's a bunch of stuff working on this, but nothing's getting done. What else do we have? This guy. Why is... Everyone is parked here. Why? No workers. Oh. Yeah, I think our problem right now is that nobody has workers available because this guy was usually full of some workers, at least for some time. It's no longer full. So the only workers that we get are over here. As you can see, they're running around here. So we are getting some workers in every once in a while, but it's just not as many as we need. So process is a little slower. And I also believe that the voltage wires or any wires are generally pretty low on the priority list, so it's not ideal, but it is what it is. But this is moving, so they're doing something at least. That's something. By definition, that is definitely something. Okay, so if we want to get that one out here, which I'm more than happy with, I think I actually just want another farm right here that can grab some fields from this area. We don't have to make that that farm as big. To remind myself what my plan is, let's add a road there because that's where the end is. And we don't have to add a road there because that's good farm ground, to be fair. Cool. Let's see what we can do on this side. And this is honestly, I don't mind doing this. Like figuring out good enough areas where we can do things. It's part of the deal. That field fits there. That's nice. Too much stones. That's not a field. That's just a piece of land that nobody wants to work on. Sorry. Try this again. That is more acceptable. More acceptable than the other one. Now the rest, because I don't think we can fit anything over on that side, let's keep everything pointing here. So 3, 4. I'm going to try to squeeze as much out as we can here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Aw. Haha, 7. I know it's not perfect, but it counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's actually pretty good. And now we can put some more fields facing this way. So 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we put the farm will be right there. So we're 10, 11, 12. We may want to open up that middle connection there. 12. Come on. 13, 14. And now we're getting into funny area. 13, 14, 15. Sure. Right here is honestly fine. 16, 17, 18, 19. Wow, I did not believe that we're gonna get it up, get it in this area this way, but it's fine. 20, 21. 7 medium fields will go in here, and the farm will literally be right in the middle here. Probably same setup as over there, because I kind of like that. So yeah, no, that's good. We need the medium fields, just somewhat center. 1. We don't need all of them, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe. I don't know if I can fit this in there the way I want to, but give it a try. Give me the cloner. Give me this guy. I don't really want that road, so sorry. Guess I'll just do it myself this time. And it'll be quite alright to have a slightly different layout this time. I would not oppose that. So maybe I can even have you face this way. Let's see what that silo was. That silo does not have any sideway connections, but it has a connection right there. That's actually really, really good. I like that. No, this is honestly pretty perfect. These two I would like to connect to something. By something I mean a different field. I think this is just fine. Then you have to come out here. Pick one side. And if you know me, normally I use trains to do all this transportation business, especially for crops, because they're such a high volume. But I want to try something different this time. The overall transport will still happen via train, But for right here, I would like to use trucks to bring all the goods in to a central location where all the crops will be handled. And that's something I saw on several reviews, and I just want to try it out. I want to see how it goes. So judge me all you want, but that's what I'm going to do. Can I have a semi 90-degree connection there? That would be great. Okay, and this will be our connection to the outside world, I think. Wow, I think I'm not going to get around building a separate gravel, just a road construction office out here, and I should probably start that right now. And once I do that, I don't have to worry about the shorter pieces that much, as long as I don't need workers for them. And at this point, I only hope that I don't need workers. That looks good, that looks good. There's a little more here going on, a little more there. Okay, wow. Am I overdoing this? Yeah, probably, but probably not, because you need so many crops. Okay, so I have that guy set up there. The only problem we will have is getting a train down here, but I think I have a couple places where I can easily put a tunnel. I just have to use it. For example, well, this one could tunnel under here. It's just a really, really long tunnel. This one could connect to... Actually, this one could connect into a nice little bridge that goes back here. It's nice and out of the way, and it's not going to add to our mainline traffic. That could be good. I can also see me building a track going off here and then have a tunnel come out on the other side there. That's, again, an even longer tunnel than it was before, so that's probably not going to be very helpful. But there's a lot more step in this area, so there's at least one more farm, maybe even two, that we have to place there. And I would just like to add a central collection zone somewhere in here. And I wouldn't mind if that's somewhere going right here. I will decide, I just decided this is what's going to happen. I will add the central collection zone right here. So give me a cargo station, something long, but I need 2 tracks, because this is going to be hopefully busy at some point. Are you long enough? I think I'm happy with how long you are. Sure, come out here, because I don't think I'm going to use this for any more crop spacing. And even if it's not in the center, it is centrally, the idea is centralized. Yeah, that's what we're going with. Now, we need some really large silos for this. So what do we have here? 22,000. Yes, these are humongous. They technically have rail connections. Could I be? Yes, no, I like that. I like that one for the central location, but that means I can also put it in a better place that it doesn't take up as much space, because then I could use the area up there. This is 40, do I need 48,000? I don't know that I need 48,000, but if I can have 48,000, I should probably use that. Can I flip you? Yes, I can. So yeah, I would just like you over here. I would like to build you somewhere where I don't need an excavator. There's one space right here. I may use that. I'm not going to get around building a construction office out here, so may as well do that right now. Give me what we have, just the raise tool. See how far we can get. It's essentially right to that gray line, whatever that means. So yeah, construction office with gravel. Just gravel, that's all we need here. Can get set up here, and I hope that gets built pretty fast. Doesn't have to be a fancy construction office. I'm totally happy with any of the provincial machinery. That sounds sexy. 113 work days. Doesn't require any materials. It's something I like to see in this area, because I really don't need it. Parking spots for vehicle 32 feels a little excessive. 12, I'm a little more acceptant of. See, one thing here, yeah, we're not going to build on this little plateau, so that should be fine. Put you right there. That looks great. Get a road connection to somewhere just like that. Beautiful. I like it. So that's 12. Yeah, that's at least 8 excavators and a couple bulldozers, and I'm not even going to bother putting any trucks in there because they all the, ooh, I'm an idiot. Because yeah, that's gonna handle all of the machinery needs, but it's not gonna handle all of the truck needs that I need to actually get everything in there. Oh, come on, let me. We're really close. I don't wanna. There we go. Yes. So it's gonna be a lot of dumpers and a lot of excavators when we're done with it. Something burned down. I hope it was nothing important. Let's check out. I have a guess what it was. I have a guess what it was, but I don't really want to see what it was. Oh, it's just a building in the new city that's not used yet. I do not care about that. But I'm surprised to see that these don't have fire trucks. Oh. Nope. Can't afford that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That many. Yeah, that's interesting, but that's okay, I guess. I don't like this. I don't like having any of my construction offices not currently working because I know there's more than enough work to do. So they can go out there. This will be trucks or dumpers and excavators. Very good. Then we need a storage. Storage looks like small aggregate storage. I'm only going to supply this via trucks. So I think this one should be more than fine. I will, what will I? What will I? There's no good reason why I can't put it behind here, but I think having power will at least speed up the gravel loader. So I'll put you here, and then get not a conveyor, truck aggregate loading. Put you here, as long as you have power, you should be happy. I would rather have you a little bit, something like this. I would like to have you a little bit out of the way so we can establish a queue there, because this is going to be a main road at some point to get all our stuff in. So yeah, just having you here would actually be very helpful. You will also be a gravel road, and we're just gonna truck all our stuff here. That's probably another distribution office that we need to get set up here. But I have room in the distribution office up by the new construction office, so I'm not terribly worried about that. Get that one going. That feels nice. I don't know why I did this. Why? Because the road that matters here is this road. This road to connect to the construction office really makes no difference whatsoever. So all I need to make sure is that I have this road connected so we can get started on that, which is what we're doing right now. And then, well, connect this guy, and that can just be a dirt road once we're ready for this road. Yeah, no, I think that's fine. Planning, planning, planning. And all because we're waiting on a little bit of progress on our city. But there's a lot more stuff to do here. We really need at least some excavators sitting over here. There's another farm spot probably in this area, maybe not as big as the ones that we have. Another farm spot right here, this one here. Once we have the excavators, we can actually build the track wherever we want to build it. This is nice and mountainous. I may actually have a tunnel just going from somewhere here down here, and then just build a nice bridge that goes down the rest of the mountain. I think that could look pretty cool, actually. So looking forward to that. Workers. How are we doing with everything here? Not very good. You're not doing what I need you to do. Complete all the roads, please. That would be helpful. I can't blame the rail because I didn't tell rail to actually do the things that I needed it to do. So rail, you are excused. Thank you very much. Cool. There, do that one, and I can't do this side. Yeah, that makes sense. A little bothered by the progress, but it is what it is. All the dumpers are currently out, dropping off stuff. Why is this not working? What are you working on? Roads. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Number 9 is only assigned to roads currently. So, that's my bad. Sorry. Now, this is done. All of this is done. We don't have goods to sell. That's fine. We will move people over. But that just means get number 2 back to other things that need to be constructed over here. That one's good. Get that road over there, and get this Yeah. Cool. No. It appears that my construction office did a lot better job than I wanted to give it credit for, so there you go. I would like to turn this one on, but really don't have to. I think at this point I have just a bus bringing some workers up here to the mine every once in a while, but it seems to work. Okay. Yep. So for the last shot of what we're doing here, just some vehicles going up and down and everywhere and all around and twirly twirl and all those things. It's good stuff, trust me. I kind of like this area. Let's take a screenshot of that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. The city is growing. We're gonna get there. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be grand. We need a lot more people. Spoiler, I'm actually considering buying more people. I don't like doing that, but I think we're just going to take forever, and at least want to add about 5,000 once the city is done. That will approximately double my population at this point, but otherwise, the alternative is I let the game run for 20 years, and you don't see any of it, and I don't know. That feels more boring than just adding a couple people and getting on with it. Maybe put some in the comments if you watched this long. I care about your opinion. If you didn't watch this long, you probably didn't know that I said that, so it doesn't even matter. So, no, either way, I appreciate you guys watching. I really appreciate it. I need to put a fire station somewhere in here. And once I put a fire station here, I probably don't even have to have a... Oh! Oh! You remember what I said? I wanted to put helicopters here to handle something? That water is way too far away. So if I want to put a helicopter station anywhere here, I have to build a crater first. This could be a pretty good spot for it, honestly, but it's not going to be for free. Not going to be for free. How high up are we? I think this guy tells me that now. Oh, it's just 80 meters. That's not terrible. 70, 60 meters. Yeah, 60 meters in this little valley. We could make an artificial lake there. Who knows? Maybe I will have access to the water branch by the next episode. Really don't know, but we'll see how it goes. For now, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you again next time. Give me a truck that we can drive somewhere. Well, you're not a truck, but you're the next best thing. Therefore, you're the winner. We're not going to watch them go all the way. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll see you again next time with more action of something. Thanks. Bye.